Shama Sechta Ma'is Shein Davo and Beis Lein Nishmas Gita Bas Roma Yishchaim V'Shidor Gad Yishchaim Bavam Yitzchok Chan Reza Bas Golda Fu Shleim Rivka Mina Bas Chayasef Fu Shleim Ma'ya Avrom Rivka Flega Fu Shleim and Nishmas Lein Mordechai Ben Ephraim Yehuda. The Mishnah Rabbi say V'Leya Ma'beya Sheina Yoytze V'Leya Ha'moyes She'einoi B'Shusai. The last words in the second Mishnah. The Mishnah here is in the first Aleph of it. Aleph. What does it mean? Amoy she'ena b'shusay. Zog the Rash Mishans. Amoy she'ena b'shusay tan lekamon u'maisle b'azov v'yoyim b'goyim v'yod u'moyis. He's at the goyim and he doesn't have money. Oyim l'chaveira he pays he'ilu nusun l'cha b'matona v'choy zoyim arei m'chulol na'amoyis shebebayis. He doesn't have the money. He wants to be paid the payers on money. So he does it, and it's not here. The money's not here, but it's in his house. So he could do it because Hainu b'shusay. The money is in his rishus. It's his house. It's in a place where it's mishuma. That's we're going to learn this Gemara in a minute. If the money was in Haramelech, or Bikistira, Mechal Aleim, these are very far away places. You could use it for Chil, Tamaloima, Vitzata, Akesa, Shed the Posing in the Torah. Tzata Akesa, Biyotcha, you take the money in your hand. What does it mean in your hand? Bishuscha. It has to be in your Rishus. So it comes to exclude. The Gemara is going to explain in a minute. In Tumura Bikastira, or Baharamelech, Vashinofa Kisa Labor. If it's in a faraway place or it's in Haramelech, places very difficult to get to. Avagav the Stomi is Nayu, it's there, we know it's there, but it's difficult to access. It's Ein Mechalin. The meaning because the Kama, Ein Mechalin al Sheina B'Shusay, Kesad. What does it mean Ein B'Shusay? Hoye Loimoy is B'Kastin or B'Haramelech, Vashinof Kisel Yam HaGodel, or it fell into the ocean. Ein mechalin mishum devinin motzi biyotcha v'leka. This is the Gemara is going to say it has to be a motzi biyotcha. And this is not considered motzi biyotcha. Soon see what that means, motzi biyotcha. Look, the Rosh on the Mishnah, and the Mishnah is lo Moshe and B'Shusa. In fact, Perik goes the Kama Keitzer or the Moed B'Kastela. Things are Gemara. Avgav the Chosile Tzorch Lahevi by the Musa. He has to bring divers to go into the ocean to get it. So that's the Mishnah. Let's learn the Gemara now. Going on the Mishnah. If he has money not in his pocket, but it's in a faraway place, Haramelech, Bekatsa, Mechalaleim, Tamid Loime, Zog the Yishalmi, Vitzata, Kesa Biyotcha, Mahu Biyotcha. What does it mean, Biyotcha? B'Shuscha. It has to be in your Rishus. What does that mean? Is Katsa and Haramelech considered Rishuscha? Zog the Pnei Moshe, Yochel Moyu Loi Moyis B'Katzra. Where's Katzra? Katzra is Shul Tzipoiri. Hamiskera B'Perik Tez Le'erechem. It's a place. But Tesefta he B'Perik Kam Mekam. Mochi Gosim B'Tesefta. See if it's Yad Asher Lefonai. The Ksav Yad that I have on Tesefta. In other words, he had a manuscript. He didn't have a printed version of the Ksav Yad. And he says, Hoy Loi Moyis Tumunois B'Katzra. Munas means it was hidden in Katzra, B'Haramelech. Oishinofu Kisai Lebor. It says there, if it fell, his pocketbook, his wallet, fell into a ditch. Abor, Afpi Shu Yideh Shu Sham. He knows the money's there. Ein Mechal Lois Aleim. You can't use this for money for the Mechal on the Ma'aser Sheni. But the Sefta, the first Nikke, Shu Toi Seifer, in the Tesefta, a different Tesefta, not the Ksav Yad that I have, he said, but a different one. where I see that it's a mistake. There's mistakes there in the Tosefta. He doesn't explain exactly what it means. The Tosefta that we have, let me read it to you. This is in the back of the Brachos Gemara. It says like this. Okay, it said, the Tosefta here is explaining, this is the Gissa that we have here. What does it mean you can't be Bechal HaMoy Shem B'Shusay, not in his Rishus? So the Moy is B'Kistera, U'B'Hara Melech, V'Shenofal Kistera, the boy, Api Shiyidei Shu Sham, Em Bechal Nois Aleim, Yimchilin Loi Kona. He's not Kona. Kistera, Zok the Minchas B'Kurim, the Sapirish and the Tosefta, Mekayim is a Chaykim Yerushalayim. These are far away from Yerushalayim. It's very expensive. She invented Yerushalayim. He has to bring it to Yerushalayim. It's expensive, but it's meruba ala shvach. The expenses are more than the shvach. It's worth the expenses. It costs more to bring it here than the whole the value of the money. Because he has money there. It's $5. It costs him $100 to bring it here. That's not called b'shusay. His pocketbook. His wallet fell into the boat. Then he So the going is on, fell into the boat. So what's this? So go jump down and go bring it up. No, he can't bring it up. It's unable to bring it from where it is. That's the Gemara in a few minutes. The Gemara is going to explain what happens if you could bring it. The Minchas Yitzchak and the Tosefta says, "U'mokim rochig moed kister v'yesh boi sakonas derachim v'ein sheyoros mitzuisham." He's explaining what does it mean. It's not b'shusay. It's dangerous. There's no Uber going there. There's no transportation. He can't get to it. Chazdei David, which is probably the most familiar, most oldest Pirish on the Tosefta, he says. His guy is like this. This is also a question that they ask. If you tell me that it's not here, it's not here, you can't be Mechal Alayim. We just learned the Gemara yesterday and the other day. You see that you could, if it's sure it's Mitzuyas and the Malchus, the Gemara yesterday said that the Malchus is allowing people in Yerushalayim to use all the coins in different places. So you see, you could use it from money that's someplace else. Dr. Azariah, the Tana Be'etz Yisrael, the Tana's in Eretz Yisrael, and he's in Babel. So you see that you could use it in different countries, in different places. So this is a problem we have to deal with it. But here he says, Shine. Mois, the Nachab Pshat here from the Vilna Pirish, Moishe Baba Baba Machalin. It's not any B'Shusay Pirish Rosh. Okay. Let's learn here now. This is Vaita in the Gemara. So Rabbi Yoini has an aboy. You're telling me now it has to be B'Shuscha, whatever exactly that means. Everybody has a little bit different pshat. Rabbi Yoini is asking a question. If his wallet fell into the boy, in the wallet there's 100,000 ruble. Ruble is 10,000. 100 times 10,000. With 50, you can take it out la loisa. So there's 100 in the boy, and it takes 50,000 rubles to take it out. So it's going to cost them half the money, the value of what fell into the boy. Half of it is going to be for expenses. So you could use the difference that's left over. What's the expenses to take out the money from the boy, that you can't use. You have to reckon up. So it's a santa zach. What's enough? What it costs you to take it out? If you can get to it, you can use this money. It's b'shusay. You just have to spend money to take it out. So why is the expenses not considered part of the money that you have? It's your money. It's enough committed. You decided you want to use the money to be machal the ma'aser sheni money. It's your money. It's b'shusay because you can get to it. What's happened in the Gemara? that you have to take off the expenses and not use that part of the money because that's what you have. That's not b'shusay because it costs you money to get to it. What's the pshat in this Yishalmi? No, it's not getting ruined. It's in a place far away, and you have to hire a diver to get into not a diver. It's in a boy. You have to hire scaffolding, whatever, to get down to it. Of course, no, it's not ruined. It's not ruined. That's not what the Gemara is saying. So to play Moshe, not for kisel the boy. To play Moshe. The boy may ruba mahu. Me name hoyu b'tzarich lahitzi chamishin ruba. He has to spend 50 ruba to take it out. He has to hire people to take it out or machines to take it out. But it's expensive to get it out. Ain't a mechal alayim. Maybe I can't be mechal at all. That's the boy for the byoina. Uposhet lehashas, and for the Gemara you could use it, but however you have to discount the value of what's in the boy by the expenses that it takes to take it out of the boy. So what's in your reshus? What's the leftover, the amount of money that's in your hand to be able to get it out? Because if you have to spend the money to get it out, let's say if there's 100 ruble inside, and it costs you 200 ruble to take it out. That's not good. You can't use it at all because that's not b'shuscha. Why is not b'shuscha? See, forget it costs too much money to take it out. You also schar b'efseder. Azay haldo the Gemara. My ich beslon zok the Gemara zay. But this is an aboy in the Gemara. Kloime, my ich beslon b'mashu tzarich loytzi achatzi aleim kedei laloisam. The Gemara had an aboy. He's explaining the aboy. Rabbi Yona's aboy was about you have to spend money to take it out. Maybe you can't use it at all. You see what he says? What does it bother you that you have to spend 50 to take it out? The leftover 50, you could use. So this is, in other words, he's not saying that you can't use it at all because you have to spend money. He's claiming over here, maybe you can't use this at all because you have to spend money. So it was you take 50, you spend the 50, you take it out of the bar, there's 50 left over that you could use. But if you have a minute to say that no, you can't use it at all. It's not b'shusay. If you have to hire people to take it out for you, that's not considered b'shusay. Shu says you go inside, you pick it up, you take it out. But if it's so complicated to get it out, and you have to spend money to take it out, would be a minute to say that you can't use it at all. As I learned to play Moshe. You just have to minus it off. Why you have to minus it off? Put them in a folder. Oh, you can see a chamishim ruba, but it's so kedela loisam. Have you like chamishim ruba motzi biyotcha? What's considered motzi biyotcha? The money that you don't have to spend. The money that you have to spend to take it out, that's not considered motzi biyotcha. But that's why he's gave him geld. Or he's gave him geld to bring a chayfis from the boy. That's how he's motzi biyotcha. So this state and I is though in the Yishalmi. So what's left over this year? Look at that Cyril. Oh, you yochel loitzi chamishim ruba laloisam. Sheyesh loy moiz bechamishim ruba. So how much is left over? The chamishim ruba. So is chamishim ruba shemaviach. The profit that you have. In other words, there's 100 in the bar. He spends 50 to take it out. What's left over? The profit is the 50. That's what you use. Kulam bevasacha is all the time of fashion of blood. They all learn the same shot. There's only 50 you could use. V'yam agod the minimum masnisin. Go back to the Mishnah of a minute. Do in the Gemara. Yeah. Using that money, but you only use the value of 50. So that means you don't have it. That's how you learn it. Yeah, but that's not lavdafka means that. It could be you have 100 down in the bar, take 50 from your pocket, give it to the guy who puts up a scaffold, get it out, and also to hinder. If you're saying you have to take from the money from the bar, but if you're learning chat, you don't have money, so you need the money from the bar to take it up. This is how you get out. But the Shaitach doesn't say that, right?
If you had other money,
Yeah. So I'm saying. So then you have to use the you should be able to use the 100. That's the shot. Okay, get back in the Mishnah. Look at the Mishnah. The last words in the Mishnah on Aleph. Alayam Abeya Sheni Yoitze. Abeya Shtayt V'Lei Almoi Sheni B'Shusay. What's his money is not Bishus? So he's like to play Moshe in the Mishnah, the Allah from the base, to go into Shenof Kisoi Liyama Godel. It fell into the Yama Godel. Says here it talks about boy. Boy Rabbi Yoni, boy Nofa Kisa the boy. And do stay do Loy Moshe and Bishusa, he go and he gives you the Beispiel from what Yama Godel. Sheni Yochel Eitzi Klal. The Siv, the Sata Kesef Yotcha Bizman Shuhu Bishuscha. המנוף לבוי, או בספורס into boy יוצא בזה, שאף שלא יציע, אף פי שצריך לא יציע את סויס הזה, כי כמוכם יוכלו לחלה מה שיעלו וניסויסרו, וזה bleibt ביודה ושוסחה, קרינים בי, הוכי מעשה בגמור. That's the pshat in the Gemara. תקתם מהפודו, לא ימי שאין בשוסחה, כגוין שנוף הכיס על ים הגודל, אני יכול לבדויסם, מעשה שאין המוי שבסייכה, שהוא צריך להזכר מי ששוט, על פני המים, הוא לא יציע. I'll say in the Bible in a minute. Loy Moshe Mishus is a grass cerulim, and fires with the seft, and Maisel, Pega goes leitzim, so Gemara Bava Kama, Emechal Moshe Mishus, a Kate, Oy Loy Moed Bekistir, Oy Baramel, Shadav the Kid, Yama got Emechalin, Pirish Rashi, Kistir Mokim Rochi Moed, das ist sehr weiter weg applied, wie ich bei Sakonas der Rochem, and she was Mitsuyas, the time of Fire Shochem, Sata Kesem Yotcha, Bishus, Beleka. Look at the Gemara in Bava Kama. Shtei the Gemara says. Omer Rabbi, Azori Matbeya Shachaveda Liyam Agod. Takes the Matbeya from Chaveda and he throws it to Yam Agod. It's a mazik. Pot, my tama, for monach chamoch. So do it. Reuben takes the money from Shimon, he rolls it to Yamagoda, he tells him, Reuben, your money's in the bottom of the ocean. Go get it. Yamagoda. He boys, he laps him to go, jump into the water, go get it. And he can say that. Hazoi Mabesh Chavel Yamagoda, Potter, he's Potter. Why is he Potter? Oma, monach chamoch, he boys chocolate. Hani mili, bitzlulin. Water that you can see it. You can see the Madbei on the bottom of the ocean. It could be 1,000 feet, 100 feet. Was that? Okay, nemes. The chazile. Abi churin the galoika chazile. If you can't see the Madbei, look. Then we say that what you can't say that Amur Chamoch, and he has to pay for it. So the Mazai, Bahani Mili the Aji Duye, that he pushed his hand and he caused him to drop the coin into the yam. I think if Reuben takes it from Shimon and he throws it into the yam, that's gzela, because he picked it up, he took it from him, that's gzela. Hashav boy mevet. Then he has to go get it and bring it back to him. But Nish, he gives him a push, then he can tell him, Munachamo, Gain Hemes. So what's the problem? If you tell me over here that Munachamo, so it's there, you just gotta go get it. So it's B'shuscha. It's a B'shuscha, like the Gemara is Nish B'shuscha. Goes the Kasha, and there's Sugit. Most of Rabbi, Ein Machal Na Moy Sheni B'shusha, Ketzad, Oy Le Moy B'kistelei B'har HaMelech, Oy Shenov B'kistelei Yam HaGodel, Ein Machal. You say, not Machal, for boss, it's Nish B'shusha. So it's Nish B'shusha, so why you put it? You took it out of his Rishus, you put it into Rishus, hey, he can't be Machal on it, it's not in the Rishus, very much, it should be the same thing like over here. Punkta over here, you tell me that what? It's not in your Rishus. So if you took somebody's money, you put it into a place where it's not in his Rishus, it should be Chayv of Nezek, Gizela, Barak upon him, it shouldn't be Potter. It's not Munach Chamach, it's Rishus. After the Gemara.
Once it falls into the Yam, it's not in Rishus anymore.
That's what our Gemara says. Our Gemara says, unless you're able to retrieve it, it's not in your Rishus. If it's not in your Rishus, you took something from the Yochavet, and you threw it you pushed it into the Yam HaGodel, you should be chayav, because it's not in his Rishus. After the Gemara 9. Shiny Linyan Meiser, the Binin Motzi Biyotcha. The Rachmana Oma V'tzata Kesa Biyotcha V'leka. It says, it's not enough that it's in your Rishus. Enechanami is not out of his Rishus. Munach Chamoch. It says Munach Chamoch. When you get to the din of Nezek, the Meiser tells him, bottom of the ocean, 200 feet in the water. Guy numbers. You see it's there. Go take it. Says B'shuscha. It's in your Rishus. It's going to cost money. The Gemara doesn't say you have to pay for those things. Well, like the spotter. For us, the spotter. Munach kamoch. So munach kamoch. In the Gemara steht avos. In the Gemara steht avos that you can't. It's not considered something b'shusra, and you have to take money, call the money, and deduct the money. How much to take out this money from the ocean? I steht b'shusra. And for the Gemara, zog the Babli, Nisham steht es nicht. Steht in the Babli. As the Nachadim. It's out there, has to be Yotcha, but Leke has to be Yotcha, Dova HaMotzi B'Yotcha. It's not genug, has to be Shusscha. That's ein Motzi B'Yotcha. Motzi B'Yotcha heißt es nicht. So deine Schuss, yeah, was heißt meine Schuss? I select the Chamasse, and darf ich nehmen Geld dahin, ich kann es nicht rausnehmen, I gotta take somebody to take it out for me, or das ist in Abor. So B'Shusscha Idus, aber Motzi Idus nicht. Nicht Motzi. Wenn ich gehe zu Meister Sheni, ist der größere Darge, nicht genug als deine Schusscha. Das ein Motzi B'Yotcha, and Motzi B'Yotcha it is nicht. Das steht da in the Gemara. So we know that, doesn't say that in the Yishalmi, but Akabanan, in the Bavli halt das. Zuk the Rashi, Mebesh Chavenu Kis, Fiyam, Avagav Sheni Yochel Litloi, is potter. Yes. Rashi like see, and when you took this Mabeya for Chaveda, you threw it into the Yam, you pushed it into the Yam, with your elbow, whatever, you pushed it in, is any Yochel the Nizik has this. He can't get it. He can't sustain his potter. Why? Because in Farish V'Yozer, he didn't take it. You get mashlois. He pushed him with his elbow. So he didn't take it in his hand. That would be Gzela. Shoyis b'yada b'ayim. V'kei zeh tachas yodoi. V'nitzah the yam. And pushed it into the yam. Hoyu v'tzlun hein. What says the tzlun hein? The water is clear. And you could see it. Amalei hamunach kamoch. It's interessant as that. What says it? He knows where it is. Let's say the whole water here we're talking about in the place where this is 10 by 10. So you know exactly where it is. This is a fleet tank of time. If I do it, it's in the basket. Yeah? If you don't see it, it's called avuda. He has to give a diver and then measure the mishkele. Well, what's with that money? Why don't you have to figure out that money? Gromahu. Shegoyim nafsida yoises chab. Gromer isikapotet. You get in the gromer. The value of the money that you have to spend to take out the coin from the water. You got to get a special amor. You should dive into the water to take it out. That's a grammar. That's important. Then get the din of Ma'aser Sheni. There's medaf game geld to somebody to go take it out of the ball or take it out of the yam. Does that more uprechnen? Das heißt es b'shuscha. And this money is considered munach hamach. It's a pshat, even though it's b'shuscha, but motzi b'yoda it is nicht. Obviously, when you get to the money, to take out the money, this has to come out. What was? In order to have motzi b'yotcha, mizrachom emes is also a name for me. I need somebody to go take it for me, and that money has to come off. But nicht heisish motzi b'yotcha. When you get to b'shuscha, it is b'shuscha. When you get to the din of Gzela or chayvul mazik, this is a din for chayvul mazik. This is a potter for us. Well, this says b'shuscha. It's in your shus. I've been Ma'aser Sheni. I have to take off the money for Ma'aser Sheni because Ma'aser Sheni needs motzi b'yotcha, and to have motzi b'yotcha, that you have to spend money. So that money has to come off the value of this money which is down in the ocean. And what he needs slulim for? V'dav chom slulim. Because he says munach kamoch. In order to be munach kamoch, even for the din of b'shuscha, that it should be considered b'shuscha, not even motzi b'yotcha. What says munach kamoch? If I see it. There's something that b'shuscha haste. I know where it is. What says mine shus? It's mine geld. It's in the water, and I know where it is, and I can figure out how to get it out. I always get my busel geld. This says b'shuscha. What's that chazen? What's the most says the munach kamach? I know where it is. Why do like this? What's that chazen? What do I have to see it for? But dosh teido munach kamach. Why is avuda? Rashi says it's not avuda. If you don't know where it is, if you don't see it, I think what Rashi is planning is it's not the zen the zach. If it's my machurma, you can't see it, and you know where it is. Can't find those. But there's mashma. But actually, look for any slulim. Shatis slulim means you see it, and it's not avuda. Achurim means water is not clear, so you don't know where it is. It's avuda. But if you know exactly where it is, you pinpoint where it is. That was kanzan. I feel achurim should be all right. The mishum the boy the meiser zuzla moy the mishum the mishkele grama. That's only a grama. Sure. Abel achurim b'shas hasoz it was unclear water. The avle might be dime over to when they goyim and the mamish it is okay. Da stecke für Bachonen do, aber ich sei. Und ich habe Schulen. Aber bekam du azoi. Schnauf Kisel Yamagodel, ein Bechallen, ja. Sind sie gemorren. Ein da Koch meine bezlu. In the Gemara is talking nicely Kisel Yamagodel, ein Bechallen. You can't use it for Ma'aser Sheni. Why can't you use it for Ma'aser Sheni? He's saying even if it's a slulim. Even if it's slulim, when you get out to Gezel, to Mazik, that's Beshuscha. That's considered Beshuscha. But when you get to the dinner of Ma'aser Sheni, davon Motzi B'yotcha, even if it's slulim, I see the Zach, that's not considered Motzi B'yotcha. But was the Bechurim L'Loi Motzi L'Mishka, Pshita, Name Mechallah. That's Pasha. Because when you get to Gezel, we also Chayiv on Gezel, or Mazik. Shani Ma'aser L'Boi Motzi B'yotcha. After the Chol Milit Slulim, Loi Chashiv V'Kavudim, V'Kayim B'Rishusay, even though it's when you get to the din of Nezik, or to the din of Mazik, or to the din of Gzela, if it's Slulim, it's considered in the Rishus. It says in Rishus, you didn't take anything, you didn't do anything. It's Rishusay. Even though it's going to chayiv him money to take it out, but that's only a groma. You go in, Dr. V'Kayim Rishusay, you can go in Hegdish, the Truma is Rishusay. You could be Magdish this. Magdish is Mitzrayim B'Yotcha, not something which is out of your Rishus. All these things for Ma'aser, Hegdish, for Nezik, it's considered Rishusay, because you see where it is. Avaloi L'Ma'aser. Ma'aser is Chutz Min HaKlal. Motzi Mitzata Kesef B'Yotcha, that's a Motzi B'Yotcha, and in order there should be Motzi B'Yotcha, it's not enough that it's considered Slulim. So Dam Zayin Mamish Motzi B'Yotcha, and you have to take off the money that it's going to take you to go bring it out of Yam. If he's there needed, I feel that it's Nuim. Yochel Nigzel Hagdish, Mikamokal in Ma'aser, Moide Kiv Dein Motzi B'Yotcha, it's under the Madrege. What? That's not called Motzi, even though it's Rishuscha. But Motzi B'Yotcha, it is nicht der Madrega. It is nicht mehr. That's why I say Ma'aser Sheni is anders. Okay. We're not talking about that. The money, you're right.
So if you push somebody's hand and he drops it, it's not, you don't...
Depends where it falls. That depends. If the quality see
in the water. A man can do it.
Yeah. One second. Skada, Viskada, Shemei Rabu. Pablo Rachis, I'm going to go to Mishichai. Ayechem Meichen, Chai Chabezo Bagol, my code with me, and May, hey, Shemei Rabu. Uvorach Lialam, May, May, Bovish, Visnase, Visnadu, Visal, Shmei Kitcher. Vichidei, Mekabachos, Vishiros, Vikos, Muslim, Miriam, Mimei. Ayisa, Varabon, Matamidem, the Mesa, the commander, Osim, Yasa, then Hosa. Ja, Elohim, Chan Shalom, Rabbi Chenichid, Rabbi Chai, Richim, Dani, Richim, Bukhum, Shvaim, Yar, Mimei. Hey, Shalom, Rabbi Shmai, Chai, Tavlei, Mako Yisrael, Mimei. Zishom, Rabbi Yad Shalom, Mako Yisrael, Mimei.